What's up, guys? It's your girl Ray here and welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm going to be reading off, I found a list of Capricorn pet peeves on Google, and for those of you who don't know, my birthday is December 28th. I am indeed a Capricorn. So I'm going to look at this list. I haven't read it yet. I literally just pulled it up, and I'm going to read off these and I'm going to let you know if those are true for me or not. So it says that the first pet peeve is being ignored, in which that is very true. I hate being ignored. Like, hold on. Like, say someone like needs their space or whatever. Like, it's okay to need your space. I definitely need my space too. However, if I ask you a question, I'm not asking you a question for the sake of just like asking a question. Like, no, I'm asking you because I actually need you to answer it, so don't ignore me. Or like, if I'm trying to talk to you, if I'm trying to get in touch with you or whatever. And this is one thing that I hated about like being in a relationship, especially with like people that like to drop off of the face of the earth and not tell anybody. It's like, I would try to get in touch with them for days, and then like they would just they'll just send me a message after like 3 days and then say that they don't want to talk. Like, you couldn't tell me that 3 days ago. Like, you had to make me like constantly reach out to you just to make sure that you're okay, and then you want to tell me that. Like, you could have told me that the first time and I would have left you alone. Like, but don't ignore me just because you mad or you're hurt or what have you. Like, that's so, like, don't disregard the people that care about you just because you want to sulk. Like, because it was usually over sulking over something stupid anyway. The second one is standing too close. Okay, I actually have a funny story about this now that I think about it, or since I read that. Like, the first thing that popped in my head. So for those of you who don't know, I'm a show technician, and one of the shows that I worked on, Elder Barge was there, and then I was backstage assisting the stage monitor person, the stage monitor mixer, and originally Elder Barge did not want in-ears, but then he later, like in the middle of the show, he runs off stage and says that he wants in-ears. So he's like standing this close to me, and then the mixer is like right here, and I've always been a person, like, just my personal space bubble, get out of it. Like, just, you know. But Elder Barge is here, and he's staring me down, and I just look away. But then, like, the audio mixer's here, a security guard is behind me, and Elder Barge's assistant is right here. So I'm like boxed in, so I have no air. So I look up at Elder Barge. I didn't talk to anybody else. I looked straight at Elder Barge and I was like, can you like back up please, because you're like dead in my face. So yeah, that was pretty funny. I told my mom about that, and she said anybody else would have been lucky to be in that spot, to be like you, up that close and personal to him. I'm like, I don't care about all that. Just get out. Just, I feel like I can't breathe. I'm boxed in. And like, not only is he standing in front of me, but he's eyeballing me, which made me even more uncomfortable. That's mainly the reason why I went to him and was like, can you please back up? Because like, this man, for one, you ran off stage. Yeah, for one, he made me re-gaff everything because he suddenly wanted a piano on stage, and we had to drag a piano on stage, and it messed up my wires, so I had to take the tape off and re-tape it all down. And he was a sweetheart though, so like, it was all good. But that's just what I thought about standing too close. The third one is repeating ourselves. I remember my first boyfriend was mad at me. Was mad at me because I told him that I get irritated when people ask me the same thing over and over and over and over again, because I have to repeat myself over and over and over and over again. I'm like, I don't understand why you didn't get it the first time, or like, I can understand if you didn't hear me the first time, but if I said it again, and especially if I said it louder, because I always do, then now you're just being plain dumb, and like you're just gonna keep asking me. And so then I get irritated, and he got mad at me for saying that, because he was like, well, who do you think you are, the effing Queen of Sheba? But like, even to this day, I still have to like constantly repeat myself over and over and over again. Number 4 is unannounced visitors. When I tell you, this is why I don't tell people where I live. I cut that out altogether. Nobody's allowed to drop by my house unannounced unless I give you special permission. And literally only like one person has had special permission. My best friends are not even allowed to come to my house unannounced. So yeah. Therefore, I just don't tell anybody where I live. That way I don't have to worry about that, because you don't know where I live. Being second guessed. Yes, I do hate being second guessed. However, I'm not going to say that that's necessarily a pet peeve, because it's not often something that I even think about. So I'm just going to skip past that one. I'm just going to say no, that's not a pet peeve, but I agree. Number 6 is touching our things without asking. When I tell you, I think that my thing with people touching my stuff without asking comes from the fact that people have stolen from me multiple times and lived in the same house with me. So like, don't go in my room, don't touch my stuff, because then it goes missing and then you want to lie to me about it. And then like, yeah, don't touch my stuff without asking. Number 7 is loud people. Yes and no. My whole family is loud, like distant relatives and close relatives. Now my nanny is loud because she like can't even hear that well. So is my pawpaw. But like all of my aunties and uncles, they're just loud because they're just loud. That is irritating, because I'm just like, why do I hear you in the kitchen and I'm standing outside and you're not even near a window? I hear your whole conversation. That part is irritating, but I don't even see them enough for that, so I just let it be. However, like whenever I'm like with my mom, because obviously I'm around my mom a lot when I'm at home, especially if she's on the phone when we're in the car, that gets on my all-time nerves, because it's like she'll be talking to me and it's normal, and then she'll call somebody without even telling me that she's calling somebody, or somebody will call her and she'll just answer the phone and not even tell me to stop talking, or not even say hold on or nothing. But she gets loud. She's like, hey girl, and then she starts screaming in my ear, and I'm like, can you not? Like, I can't even hear the radio, but then want me to turn the radio all the way down to volume 2 from volume 10 because she can't hear what's happening on the phone, yet she's screaming in my ear and I can't hear anything. And so that irritates the daylights out of me. 8 is unruly kids. When I say every time, what's today? Tuesday? Every time I see kids, especially in stores, and they're just running around, it's like parents these days don't control their kids at all. They just let them do whatever. So every time I see kids in the store, especially if they being bad and they know they being bad, I'm literally in my head every time I just say bad ass, ugly ass kids. I can't even help it at this point. So, and then I see the parents, I'm like, look at you, just sorry. I'm like, you just sorry sack of like, what kills me is the kids that have like the silver teeth, that would have like the silver teeth and the snotty nose and the ugly braids, and that is some hood rash. Number 9 is liars. I have some stories about that. I 100% agree. I hate liars, but I feel like at this point it's not even a pet peeve. It's just like, if you are gonna lie to me, then I'm just not gonna talk to you. Like, we're just gonna cut it all together. And it killed me because, like, people just get so comfortable with lying to you. They will tell the smallest lies for no reason. For no reason. And they get mad at you when you get mad at them because they want to play victim. It kills me. Like, I don't understand. Like, why do you respect me enough to try to do everything else right to keep yourself around me, but disrespect me at the same time enough to lie to me? And then disrespect me even more by trying to excuse your lies to yourself first and then to me about, well, I didn't want to hurt you, or I didn't want to blah blah blah, or I was trying to avoid and blah blah whatever. I don't care what you lie about. The lying in general is just, it's deceitful, and it makes me not trust you. Like, I don't care if you even if you lie about little stuff. I've been lied to so much. Like, people just get so comfortable with lying and then making excuses for lying, and then try to make out an argument when it comes to lying. Like, well, if nobody in the world lied, then it would just be such a perfect world and everybody would be in trouble because nobody would lie. Everybody would tell the truth. But telling the truth can always save people's time. I can respect you more if you tell me the truth. I don't care how bad the truth may seem to you. I can't get mad at you if you tell me the truth. That's how I feel. Like, I can't get mad at you if you tell me the truth. So don't lie to me. If you think that my makeup is not cute today, I don't 100% like it either. So, but you wouldn't know that because I'm not going to talk about it. But if I ask you, hey, do you like my makeup? And you say, yeah, I like it. And you let me go out looking ghostly or whatever, like, I know for a fact that my makeup is not matching my neck today, and I don't even know why, because I didn't change anything. I didn't do anything. Actually, I did. I kind of used a different powder, but, like, you know, that's why I have on this jacket zipped all the way up. But if you say, oh no girl, your makeup look good, you know, it match your neck and everything, and then I walk outside like this, I'm not going to trust you to do anything else for me, okay? The only reason I'm doing this is because I'm actually a pretty honest person. And I was going to get to it eventually of why I had this jacket all the way up and why I was moving stiff. So I'm just going to pull this back up. And we're going to keep it popping, because as long as my neck is not showing, my makeup doesn't look that bad. You get so comfortable with lying to somebody that you yourself can't even tell when you're telling the truth to that person. And then I can never tell when you're telling the truth. Like, get out of here with that. Bad hygiene. If you're not going to take showers, and if you're not going to put on no deodorant or whatever, and like if you're not going to ask nobody to help you out with, you know, with no soap, no deodorant, none of that, don't sit by me. Don't come stand by me. Don't walk past me. Don't nothing. I met too many people that smelled like dust to me and just would be all up on me. Number 11 is nosy people. I'm not going to necessarily say that that's a pet peeve because I am nosy. However, it's almost like I was raised to be nosy when it comes. If you go visit, if you grew up with my grandparents, you'll understand why all of us are nosy. My papa always made sure he had binoculars so he could sit on the couch and sit the couch across like the living room from the window, and he would put the binoculars to his eyes and open the blinds so he could sit on the couch and see like 3 blocks down the road. Like, come on, and would tell everybody like, oh yeah, tell people about this car over here and this truck over here, and then people that just then walked across back there, and it's like, I don't even see what you're talking about this because it's like 3-4 blocks off. So yeah, I do get irritated a little bit when I feel like people are prying into my life and like you're asking me a bunch of questions and clearly I'm trying to dodge answering them. Like, I'm trying to dodge these questions and you're gonna still ask. Then I start getting irritated. But honestly, other than that, like, no, nosy people are not necessarily my pet peeve. And then number 12 is public embarrassment. when I brought my car up here, the day I brought my car up here, we went to Long John Silver's. And, like, me and my mom got into it for something. Like, we get into it all the time, child. And, like, always, she's, like, down in her phone playing, like, playing Free Cell because it's her favorite card game. She's been playing it my whole life. And, like, she knows that we're at Long John Silver's. Everybody's putting in their order, yet she ain't opened her mouth yet. We're in the drive-thru. And, you know, like, when you're in the drive-thru, then people can hear you all the time. You can't hear them all the time, but they can always hear you. And so, like, I put in my order, my auntie put in her order, and, like, so we were waiting on my mom, and she just off in her phone, never once looking up because she got an attitude, and we're sitting there for, like, literally 2 minutes go by before my auntie calls her, because, like, we both stubborn, so I wasn't going to say nothing. I was just going to be like, oh, well, you ain't going to eat then. So, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like this, looking at her, waiting on her to say something. She ain't even trying to look up from her phone. And then she, so my auntie calls her name, and so she look at me, and she starts going on to me, someone, why you ain't saying nothing? I can't remember everything that she said, but, like, the whole time I'm thinking, like, these people can actually hear her saying all this stuff to me. And then she gonna say her order or whatever. And so, like, I have to act like she didn't just do all this, but I am, like, when I say blazing at this point, I dropped her and my auntie off at the hotel, and I left. Like, I left, and I was gone, like, for hours. And then my auntie gonna call me telling me, y'all stop all this and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, don't tell me to stop nothing when she doing all this unnecessary stuff just because she got an attitude. Like, no. No. I will hang out with my friends. And I'm gonna be in, like, I'm not in the mood. We just drove for 2 days to get up here. I'm not in the mood for you and your attitude. You can go take that somewhere else. You can keep that in your hotel room, because I'm gonna be in the dorm. Like, I was not feeling that at all. But it's stuff like that. I gotta go. I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.